This week on Greenfield's Finest Podcast.
Colorado football fan is suing the NFL for $100 million, claiming severe emotional distress and trauma after Shedeur Sanders fell to the 5th round in the 2025 draft. When it came out, like the Pope was American.
The
Pope. Dude, like,
That's good.
Like my dad was in the seminary, so like it was like a group text, like the Pope's American. My dad's like, I could have been the Pope because he's like in the right age range.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birds Idell. With me, as always, my reliable boys are in the building. We got my main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
And then we got my main man, rolling down from Polish Hill Kenny, filling in for $1.7 million Welsh.
What's up, boys? What's up?
Too rich to come.
That's it. They don't need us
Too
anymore.
important.
You know?
Too important, man. We got some announcements. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Rosado & Sons Landscaping. All your landscaping needs, contact them at 412-521-9045. That includes pressure washing and chemical lawn care maintenance. We have an upcoming comedy show at the Butler Street Derby on May 30th. Come out and see me, Shannon Norman, Samantha Bentley, and my friend Joey Welsh. The show is at 7. Come early, hang out. Tickets are $25 at the door. If you go on Eventbrite, tickets are $20. Go on Eventbrite, look up Butler Street Derby. And also coming up in the next couple weeks on Thursday nights, we're going to be doing bingo over at the Butler Street Derby, so keep your ears open for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Past weekend was Mother's Day. Did everyone here have a lovely Mother's Day?
Beautiful.
It was good.
There we go. We covered
All the mothers
Day.
in my life, yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mother. More important stuff. Steeler news. So George Pickens headed to Dallas. The Cowboys are sending a 2026 third-round pick, a 2027 fifth-rounder to the Steelers in exchange for Pickens. And Steelers are sending them a 2027 sixth-round pick also. So they got Pickens and a pick, and we got 2 picks off them.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah. Thoughts on that? I know I have mixed emotions about it because I was kind of like.
I love Pickens.
I do too.
Got that shirt. He's kind of crazy. He's
nuts.
entertaining to watch.
Right.
But I think he's driving the locker room nuts or
Right.
the coaching. I don't know. Something must have been going on behind the scenes because, who cares if he played out this year?
That's
You
right.
would have had like a good 1-2 punch with him and Metcalf.
Well, and the thing was, too, it was like, this is a contract year, so you think, if anything, a dude in his 4th year is going to ball out.
Right. You might get Rodgers.
Right.
Yeah, you might give
good
Rodgers
on
2 really talented wide receivers. Like, who's number 2 now?
So, that's another conspiracy theory, is that Rodgers is coming. They were worried about Pickens and him not getting along, which who knows how fucking true.
This whole Rodgers shit is really a giant pain in the ass, isn't it?
Honestly,
so
like,
fucking
Bill,
annoying.
if you want to get
Clickbait.
ready for next year, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, run with me. But, dude, you still need another 2 wide receivers. Somebody stepping up that I don't know about.
Somebody
Allen
will step
Lazard,
up.
they said.
They got to trade for him, though, right?
Right. So that's what they were saying. If they're going to bring in, obviously, sign Rodgers, bring in Allen Lazard.
Is Lazard a 2?
I don't know. I mean, Aaron Rodgers fucking loves him.
I know.
That's his, But, my thing was, I love, Pickens to me, just from an field standpoint. I don't know nothing about the locker room. I'm not a fucking Steeler. From watching it on TV and betting on the games, I fucking love George
And if
Pickens.
he had if Rodgers is 75% of Rodgers,
Yeah.
the Pickens is always open.
Always.
You couldn't try it.
Right. And that's
Trade him midseason if it ain't working out.
yeah, let it go.
What's the difference? You either should have traded him during the draft and maybe got another wide receiver.
You do that, Steelers. Don't do
I
the
don't
midseason.
understand it.
They said during the draft,
Nobody wanted him.
Nobody was willing to give them that third-round pick.
Right.
So they
And
were
Jerry Jones he was getting shit for not making any moves.
right. And then they were like, we'll give you a third-round pick. And I get it, it's for next year. Steelers stacking picks. They already put the fucking countdown clock to a draft. I get it. But, dude, if you take this year in the third round, wide receiver-wise, there's no way there was a wide receiver as good as George Pickens in this year's
And
draft.
Pickens loved Rudolph.
Yeah.
When Rudolph he was outspoken about how he liked like playing with him. So I don't know.
and that's making
unless
you think
his
that-
agent might have made a move, like a call, like after the draft, like listen, like
Yeah.
like like we need to get a deal, and the Steelers like no, and then they're like you probably want to move him.
I think that came up. That people were
Yeah.
saying that too. They were like, "Hey, exactly what you just said."
And people
Telling
were
you-
supposedly in the locker room like they're whatever.
Yeah,
Like nobody was really that upset about it.
really.
That's what I've read, but who
Yeah.
knows what's true.
Well, like I don't know. Pickens
You don't
is-
know what's going on behind closed doors.
Right.
Pickens
And
is-
Actually, you think you do know. People tweet about it and everything. Though.
right.
Right.
It's
Pick-
hard to keep a secret nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, Pickens is
It
kind
had
of
to be
like
something like that.
he kind of seems like a loner a little bit, and he seems like he would hang out with dudes from other teams.
You think he'd be
The
excited
rebel.
if like maybe
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is coming, like
Yeah.
something like that. I don't. Who knows?
or he might be excited like fucking my man Mason's gonna be in.
They were
there.
like, "Oh, Metcalf." I'm like, wide receivers like that need somebody else to take
Maybe
heat
that's what
off
it is.
of
He
them.
goes, I don't want to play for Rodgers. I
Who
want to
the
play
heck-
for
dude,
Mason. Why
you're
the
gonna
fuck you
double
bringing him in?
Metcalf every time now.
Well, dude, Metcalf had not only did they have Tyler Lockett, they had that Smith and Jigba, who's a fucking machine. You
We
know,
don't have any Smith and Jigbas, do we?
No.
Anybody's gonna come out there and light it up.
That
Roman
dude's a
Wilson.
fucking
Unless Roman Wilson's gonna take a jump in Austin, and
Somebody will step up. I mean,
You think?
next man up.
that or we just
Yeah.
getting
What
ready
are
for
you gonna do?
2026.
Yeah.
We have 12 picks in the
I mean,
draft
receiver is
Hopefully we get a
12
receiver.
picks next
you
year
Still gotta,
in Pittsburgh.
it's all about who's throwing
It's
the ball
on.
to
It's
them.
time to tank, fellas.
I fucking like, dude. As
Or
much
that's
as
it.
people are, oh no, I want. I don't think in my lifetime I'll ever. There ain't gonna be another draft here in our lifetime.
no.
I'm gonna go down to it, 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Is
I
that
wanna
what
be-
they want. They want.
I want to be like down there.
You want to be one of them
Trade
crazy
up.
people in like the jersey, go, "Ah,"
No.
and every pick they yell at, you're like, "Yeah, you don't
like
even
the-
know who he
like
is."
the
Yeah,
terrible,
yeah.
like the guy with the there won't be no shortage
We
of terrible
go-
towels down there.
We
But
go. We go a
like they had
punter.
the terrible towel with the Pope.
Jimmy Crack
Right.
Corn from Utah, punter. I'm like Jimmy Crack Corn. Fuck yeah, that's
Yeah.
my man. Fuck yeah, Jimmy. Welcome to the Berg.
So you will care about Jimmy Crabcorn.
That's true. That's a valid point. Dude, there's a screenshot going around of a comment by George Pickens calling the Steelers the cheapest organization and saying ain't no stacking year after year. They're going to let them N-words go too soon. It's time, LMAO. So it makes you think what Rosaldo just said is true, that they didn't want to sign him to the deal. Funny statement about that. It's like when Najee left, he was making fun of the facilities and stuff like that. I don't know where Steelers rank as far as paying players. I think they have to be right with everyone else.
Yeah, they spent
They
up.
highest
spend
paid
all their
defense.
salary cap,
They
right?
spent up to the cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they spent up to the cap. It ain't like the Pirates.
Right.
Should have put this up first.
But as
Fuck
far as
'em.
their facilities, yeah, I mean,
It might
that's
be time for a redo.
right. Dallas is definitely gonna be a nicer place.
When they finish that shit in
1,000%.
Southside.
Right.
He's from the South.
Yeah,
Right.
Southside. Yeah. Hey, well, after practice, we're gonna go over to Archie's or Chupka's. You know, I mean, get a dozen wings. You know, but yeah, fucking. I don't know, man. But I feel like we're spending money in like the wrong places.
Well, dude, you know what? If you like, see what was that 2022 draft class?
We don't have anybody.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
He was the last one.
Yeah. Well, that was what's his name's last draft.
Dude, he should have fucking did he?
He should look at that and he should go fucking.
Yeah,
he
it's
should
like
take a
it was
long,
like he
hard
was
look.
he was checked out by then. Like I don't give a shit who you pick.
See, I thought to me mentally, or to me just like looking at it, I was like, dude, he might want to. I thought that's kind of why they drafted a quarterback, because that would have been his legacy to have a quarterback in there. But yeah, Colbert drafted Kenny Pickett, and he was there. Look what happened with that. He was a shitbird, and not one person in that fucking draft worked out.
No, not one. They're
No.
all gone.
And
So that was like a bust. The whole draft. So who gives a shit?
yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. Some picks are worthless.
They said that you want to, from every draft, you want to obtain 3 starters. You want to end up with 3 starters from every draft,
Right.
which kind of makes sense.
Keep
7
like a
years,
steady team rolling.
Yeah, 7
I can
years
see that
at
Keep
Phil-
building up. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
you know.
That
I mean,
Kenny Pickett thing, man. It just sunk him
It-
for a minute. Like
Oh,
they got,
through-
dude. It was almost like a Shedeur thing. Like he wasn't gonna get picked,
no,
and they took him 17.
right.
Like
That
Jack
was-
can argue it all he wants. He can't argue it today because he ain't here.
He'll
He
show
knows
up to
he's
argue.
wrong. Right.
He's out there swimming in gold coins. I mean,
Until he brings
He's
that,
going over the blueprints on his new
till he
house
brings
up
that
in
Super Bowl to
it's Wickley Hills.
the Cleveland.
Heights.
Yeah.
He ain't. I mean, the thing is, like looking at that fuck fest over there, like
You guys said what do you sent to Philly and then to Cleveland? What's next? Baltimore.
Well, at least
every
in
other
Philly he got a
opposite
ring.
Pittsburgh,
Right.
fucking
Philly was the
team.
best thing to happen to him.
well,
Let's
more
be-
so hockey.
Dude,
for
he
Philly, but
probably.
still.
I mean, yeah, he probably was looking to play in Cleveland. Now I don't know.
You got right. You got Shedeur. You got Gabriel.
Didn't that quote just come up on one of the podcast things? I'd rather play or be second string on a losing team than first string on a Wayne Shuley's quotes was just on this week.
Yeah.
What did he
There's
say?
Kenny
He said-
Pickett. How fitting for that to come up.
Shuley was like, I'd rather be second
String on a winning team
wait,
than first string on a losing team.
No, but he said it backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I'd
Okay.
rather be
Was this
second
last week?
No, this was like years ago.
Yeah, but year that was come up in the fucking like
He's
Facebook feed or
I'd
something.
rather be second string on a losing team than be first string on a winning team. We were like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
He was like Uncle Billy that day. He's like, you know what I'm talking about.
I love
Yeah, I
his
mean
Uncle
that's so
Billy.
few and far between. Truly, so it's easy to narrow.
The
it
best
down.
is the one week he got everybody all riled up about downtown, and he did. Like, I don't even remember saying that.
Yeah. That was like our one clip that went like kind of
No,
like.
the
I guess
favorite
you
one
took-
was about the people walking the dogs 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, dude. He don't-
That should have been a short. Like that could have been a Greenfield's finest short. Like he said, "Oh, I bet these people walking the dogs with the fucking leash on,
Dude.
and then do like the fast forward thing."
Yeah.
How about these people walking it like 1 week later? How about these people walking the dogs? Like marijuana is a powerful
Dude,
drug.
the best is when he ate like a 50 milligrams and it kicked in.
Comatose.
And like, dude, I looked over at him and he looked all scared. And then concrete got brought up and was like, all right, this is for Shuley. And Shuley's just like, looked at me like he had no idea what the plan he's on. I was like, all right, it's concrete. Shuley, you got any insight on this? And he was just like,
Dude.
he couldn't speak.
Dude, some of the funniest shit would be like him and John would drive over together. John would like tell him what his gear grinder is. It would surely would fucking say the gear grinder, like what John told him. Like it was his gear grinder,
that's good
dude.
shit.
John was like, I fucking said that.
Dude, the
Fuck
best
you,
was he was like, dude, are we doing gear grinders?
yeah.
Like, every week.
Dude, and I'm like, we've been doing this for fucking. We started in 2020. We've been doing it for fucking going on 5.5
Memory.
years. Yeah, and like,
in the corner of my mind.
but we didn't really have segments at first. It kind of like took a couple months, like a month.
Pretty
or two.
steady pattern.
Yeah,
for
it
years now. It took a couple weeks. You used to
Yeah.
do that. Shit, I remember way back. You did the. Who was the bee come in? You had the bee was talking. for a while.
he used to
Olaf,
do
the
skits.
Russian-
Do Olaf,
Russian-
yeah.
Russian Hornet.
Yeah.
It took a while. It didn't take too long to get the format you got.
Jack-
now.
Jack wouldn't let him do
Jack never let my wings
Randy
grow.
Savage. He told you to cut out the Randy Savage
Yeah,
routine,
and he
didn't
was like, I think it's like one dude that he hangs out with was like, dude, I don't like that Randy Savage. And Jack will go like, dude, Jack's the kind of dude who'll be like, dude, no one likes that. Like it's like
One
ruining the
jerk-off said
podcast.
it, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, let me spread my wings on here, dude.
Maybe
You
you're just
know?
worried about you popping a blood vessel.
Yeah.
It looked like you get pretty
I do get
pretty
excited.
fired up with that Randy Savage. You know,
do.
you might pop an eye out of the socket.
Dude, I looked at one day, my fucking like temple.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You get red.
I might stroke out.
Yeah.
Oh man, good times. Pickens is denying it, saying the screenshot is fake and that he never made that comment, which could be true. So that was a big waste of time. Thanks for putting that after that, Larry. All right, speaking of Steelers, players sign off on social media. Deshon Elliott hasn't exactly been subtle. When rumors started swirling that the Steelers were looking at Allen Lazard at wide receiver, Elliott dropped a now-deleted comment saying, he's so ass.
Who's Deshon Elliott?
He's a cornerback.
Could leave his ass at the retirement home.
Yeah, like that makes a season ticket holder just said, "Who's Deshon Elliott?"
I mean, I honestly never. He's not a starter.
he's number 25.
Yeah, I see that, but he's not a starter.
African American.
Maybe he's on his way up. I don't know. Maybe they
He's
got
replacing
beef.
Pickens, man. He's the receiver.
Nah.
He's the one stepping up.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I'd rather have Pickens than Allen Lazard.
Yeah, any day of the week. We got a new pope. He's from America, USA.
Dude,
And someone was waving a terrible towel at the thing.
His
Sorry,
his
stole that. I should
inauguration.
have known that was in
or
the
what's
fucking
it called?
feed.
Yeah.
Conclave.
The conclave.
Oh, that's a Billy Crawford repost. Okay, we got Crawford. That's definitely a terrible tizzy.
That's
That one dude looks like Beezer on the left.
Dude, it was so funny. Like when it came out, like the Pope was American.
The Pope.
The Pope. Dude, like,
That's good. I
like
didn't see
my
that
dad
one.
was in the seminary,
Yeah.
so like it was like a group text. Like the Pope's American. My dad's like, I could have been the Pope because he's like in the right
He
age
was dead
range.
serious.
He was 100% serious. My mom
All you
was
gotta
like-
be. All you gotta be is Catholic. You
My
don't
mom
have
was
to be
on it.
special.
They're divorced, but she was like, "Sorry, John."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he was in a seminary for like 6 years.
How close
that
was
in his mind?
Did evil temptress got him out of there?
Well, he went to high school in Erie in a seminary, and then he went to Duquesne for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I think
Yeah.
he met my mom. I mean, it was probably never worked out for him anyway.
He was. How close was he to actually becoming a priest? Like
2 years.
So 2 more years, and then he was.
2 years in college, and then
Yeah.
you
2 more years, and we might not be having this conversation, huh?
Right.
That's
He would have. He was a creep. I mean, come on.
I
don't think
being a he's just a regular.
He's just a regular guy who probably
Chicks might have been
like his dude. He's like the oldest of 14.
Does he still go to church now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still religious.
Yeah,
practicing?
he's Catholic. He'll break the rules when he needs to.
Yeah, we all do. We're all sinners.
Yeah,
That's what confessions for.
Yeah, like a good Catholic does.
That's what confessions for.
But yeah, I think he went to the seminary to like get out of the house.
Yeah,
It
that
was
makes sense because he go up to Erie and he was on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of
Get
them,
away
they're
from
14.
14.
Yeah, he was
wanted to
oldest
get
of
the fuck,
14
have his
kids.
own room or just
It was-
share with one
It
person.
was like 14 kids in a
Yeah.
duplex. He's like, oh, we can get. I'll see you later.
Yeah, yeah.
His grandmother wanted to be a priest. My
Go
grandmother
up there and learn
wanted
that.
to be a priest. So he's like, yeah, I'll get out of here.
Yeah, that was smart thinking.
Yeah, it was a good move.
Good exit
Probably-
strategy.
But yeah, he definitely thinks he could have been a pope, 100%.
Hey, you never know.
And he's probably telling people. I could see him having a conversation with people like, that should be me up
He's
there.
like, but I wanted to have kids.
I wanted to turn this over to John. You know what I mean?
It was always right.
Everything's for John. I'd be Pope right now if it wasn't for John. John held him back from any.
I ruined his life,
He
dude.
anything he wanted to do in his life, he always goes like, "I could have did that, but I got John." It's like, what
Not
the
your
fuck
sisters.
does that mean?
Are you the
no,
oldest?
it's John.
I'm the youngest.
Youngest.
Yeah.
So maybe they were right. What's the separation?
We're all within 5 years.
Yeah. 3 was too many.
Yeah, right.
There's Rosado and Sons, so he had to pass it to
Yeah,
somebody. He
yeah.
could have sold it
Of
off a
course.
long time ago. Went to
I
Vegas. or
liquidate. I got to liquidate.
That's a whole other podcast. Pirates fire manager Derek Shelton amid 7-game slide, which is nothing new. Bench coach Don Kelly will take over. He took over, who was the first manager fired across Major League Baseball. He was the first manager fired across Major League Baseball this season. I mean, dude, in all honesty, Derek Shelton, he's probably a problem. He's not the main fucking problem. They can't get rid of the fucking I don't know why they didn't get rid of the GM. I mean, he is like more of a problem than Shelton is. He's not the one putting the players on the field.
It doesn't seem like from top to bottom, from beverage manager to fucking general manager of the team.
Yeah.
The hiring sucks.
Stinks.
I don't think
Right.
it's, I don't think it's stuff you got to get rid of. It's stuff you got to get out, which is he got to get out his fucking checkbook and pay people.
But here's the
Right.
problem. But I
To come
feel like
play.
you
but
got
their development too. Like
They've
they're
been developing for 20 years.
If
huh?
you if you
25
have
years
them
or so,
early
right?
picks,
Right.
if you have like the first and third round pick, I mean, you probably got 2 really good pitchers right now. You could build around that,
Yeah,
but
you
like
could try bring out the checkbook. and get
O'Neal's
rid of
coming
other
up.
people.
Cruz is coming along.
they said they got a dude in AAA. They think there'll be like another hard throwing right-hander pitcher. coming
Bubba
up.
Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you
They
what.
said he's number
a
2
beast.
prospect.
I know a little bit about him. He's
Dude.
he's a big dude.
What do you know about him?
Bubba Chandler, he got a nice hair, long hair. He's good in video games because I know
there you go.
that's how I judge
You
everybody.
got any Bubba Chandler cards?
I do.
All
Yeah, I
right.
got his first Bowman.
Rooting for him.
But it's cool with baseball. It's the one sport where, like, when they're in the minor leagues, their baseball cards come out like as soon as they get drafted. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
But-
does that count as the rookie card then?
yeah, that's actually the Bowman first is actually the real rookie card
Yeah.
for baseball. Like, there's ones that say RC on them, which are still valuable, but the Bowman first nowadays is like the rookie card. But anyway, here's about baseball cards.
Right, thanks. I'm glad you said it.
yeah. I wanted to shut that down real quick.
Just trying to be polite.
Rosario was like saying it's like something. It's like a very valid point. You think we sucked? We were in last place for so long. We had all these good picks. Like, where the fuck are they? Like Henry Davis.
Dude, Henry Davis ain't really. Dude, I actually watched last night, and they tied the game up, and they blew it.
The
tonight.
Mets are really good.
The Mets are good. I don't know. That dude Don Kelly's from Upper St. Clair. I'm pulling for him. He won his first series. You know, dude, they just gotta fucking get some.
I couldn't
Did-
tell you
did-
anything.
They gotta get some
Participants
bats,
stink.
dude. They need bats.
I feel like whenever there's a coach, I notice this is from maybe this is just bullshit me thinking, but like I always feel like when there's a coaching change in any sport,
Shakes
the
up.
team gets fired up for a
Sure.
very small
Right.
period of time. So it's like a good time to bet on
That's what
them.
they should have fired Sullivan during the season. Pens might have made a run to playoffs. Like you do it early enough.
10
they-
years
they-
is an
they
eternity
scramble.
for a hockey coach.
Sure is, especially when you haven't won a playoff series.
In
And
3 years, right?
the
Like,
fucking arguably 2 best players in the fucking world, maybe. Stink.
Yeah,
Should have fired him years ago.
dark time in Pittsburgh sports. That's
Yeah,
right. The Steelers tank next season. Have like the the fucking franchise changing draft pick in Pittsburgh.
Right.
Ben Sherry
Is that it? It's
fucking-
Ben
Ben
Roethlisberger
Gets
next
a
Ben
DUI,
coming on next year?
DUI,
Who's the
gets caught with
quarterback
a
coming on next
package.
year?
He's gone.
We bring in Kevin Benson.
Benson's back in at GM.
Better fucking weatherman than these fucking
Oh,
jerk
God.
offs.
That was my gear grinder today. Yeah, it's going to pour all day. Actually, it's going to start raining about noon.
Pittsburgh scanner. Brookline, Moore Park. Oh, that's a cool little park. Caller says about 5 or 6 kids are tipping over porta johns. That's a tale as old as time.
Yep.
I mean, I will say this as someone now that I'm getting older, and if I see a porta john, sometimes I have to use it. Like,
I'm so scared.
I realize how fucked up it was to do shit like that to a porta john. Because, like, sometimes you got to take an emergency shit. If you're up at a park like Moore Park and you're tipping them all over, that's a catastrophe. There's turds everywhere, blue water.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
don't. If you're out there and you're listening to it, I was a kid before. I did dumb shit. Leave the porta johns alone. We need them. You'll see when you get older. You need them.
You
I
might
get
have an
scared.
emer-
Like
yeah.
they have them set up at. Well, they did one in Oakland. It used to be at Forbes and Morewood. Real busy.
Yeah,
You know, we had a porta john for us. I think it was during COVID. Probably everything was closed.
yeah.
And then you have to piss in there like on your layover. And I'm like watching all the college kids walking by like they just saw a bus driver go in here. They'll be telling stories about tipping this fat bus driver over. I was so scared to take a piss like watching someone come and
Really?
tip me over while I was in it.
I
That's
wouldn't
a
like that.
fear.
I wouldn't like a heavy traffic area like that.
No,
being in
it was
there.
the kids walking by. And, like,
Dude, did you ever see was it Police Academy where like the doors got like
Yeah, you
pulled
put
off
Proctor
the porta
into the
potty?
fucking stadium.
Yeah, Proctor was
Yeah.
in there. And the doors got
Yeah, then the
pulled off.
national anthem. Come on.
He's just in there. Then
They put him on a crane and shit. That was
Yeah.
good. He deserved it.
Dude, I had to use one the other day. I was at work, and then luckily there was it was in someone's front yard, and there was a company working in the back, and I was in the back of a different yard, and I just said to the guy, I said, dude, I'm in a pinch. Can I use your porta john front? And dude was like, absolutely.
Yeah, another help out.
I
Another
feel like the
guy.
working guy respects the other
Sure.
working guy. Like, go ahead, my man.
If he was
Yeah.
like, no, you just like,
I would
right, what are you gonna do?
No,
man?
I've
But-
used like construction dudes will be like, if you're caught in construction, like look at them like, they'll let you run off the bus real quick and take a quick
Yeah.
piss too. Like they wouldn't let anybody.
It's a
else do that.
lifesaver.
Yeah.
Lawrenceville, 44th Street. If you accidentally left your rooster in your locked car, the police department's about to break your window. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what I mean. You gotta leave your window down a little bit when you bring your rooster out, driving
Let
around.
the caulk air on, man. You can't.
Dude,
caulk
roosters
caulk
got
up.
them little fucking, you know what I mean?
beaks.
No, the little fucking,
Talons.
the
Talons.
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 They'll fuck you up, dude.
They make a lot of noise.
They would tear up your car.
I seen,
Probably well behaved, man. He was in the car all the time. He's fine.
He's probably not.
I used to hang out with these dudes up Erie.
He's fine. You keep him in the car, it's a crime, but you take him home and fucking roast him. It's okay. Who
Dude.
cares? It's a
Dude.
fucking rooster. Ain't
Dude.
like it's a dog.
Dude, when I was 18, I used to hang out with these hillbillies up in Erie. Weird story while I was up there, but they had fighting roosters. That was wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They put these little spurs on them, and they fight, they battle.
Like little Jerry.
I did, yeah.
Little
Little
Yeti.
Jerry Seinfeld,
Little Yeti.
yeah,
Big Jerry or little Jerry doesn't take a dive for anybody.
yeah. That was probably one of the best episodes of Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, that and the Merv Griffin episode one.
Mm-hmm.
Downtown 6th Avenue at Liberty Avenue, a bike cop says that he is watching 2 bus drivers have a shouting match with each other. They are blocking the entire roadway. This is perfect. Would you like to handle this one?
Some bus drivers don't like each other, I guess.
Is there bus driver beef?
Yes, definitely. You should hear it over the radio. That's when it gets good.
Like, so what
What would cause these two to
Nothing like
fight?
move or do this, or some people chime in when they shouldn't chime in when you're calling into traffic, or they tell you this is the detour to go, and traffic will say, shut the fuck up, let me tell you the detour to go. Or, mostly people tattle on you like, I can't believe you just did that, cut me off like that over the radio. Like, then people will be like, I'm going to be in the break room at fucking 2:30, you got a problem down there, Then traffic will get on, like, please calm down or handle this in the break room,
Did you ever?
No, I don't give a fuck enough about any of that.
I mean, you're a big dude, but has that
Yeah.
ever come to fisticuffs?
Tough guys over the radio.
Yeah.
You get in there,
You've
Oh,
ran a
people
couple
have, yeah. My one buddy I was in class with got a beef, like back at the garage with somebody. He like threw a sandwich at some girl. He got in trouble, like, suspended and shit. Like, they wasn't even out on the road. They were in like the garage area. I don't know if he parked in front of her and she couldn't get on it to go do her route while he was in the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
And she come and tried yelling at him, and he was like, I couldn't get close enough to spit on the bitch. I fucking threw my sandwich at her, We're like, all right, like, fuck her, but dude, your work.
He hit her with a cold cut
yeah,
trio.
yeah. Like, how'd you chuck it at her?
Oh, dude, the boss game is ruthless. All right, Eagle Tits, let's listen to some voicemails.
Hey, boys. Mike Wees here. Sucks couldn't have an episode last week 'cause of that crazy storm. Man, I lost all my power. Shit was out for 4 days. I had just gone shopping on Monday, too. That's my luck. Lost like $150 worth of goddamn groceries. My luck. But, hey, I got a grinder for you. You guys notice this? These trucks that they make now are beautiful. Gorgeous vehicles, right? Every truck I see, well, I'd say 8 out of 10 trucks I see are like businessmen in a beautiful truck driving around. Probably never put anything in the bed of the truck. Maybe his wife rode shotgun and his kid was in the back 1-2 times. That pisses me off so bad. Why do these rich guys want to drive pickup trucks and act like they're like a working man? I don't know. I don't get it. I thought driving nice cars came with being a millionaire or whatnot, but I guess these trucks are so nice now that they're nicer than Cadillacs and Mercedes, I guess. I don't know. I see it and it drives me crazy. Guys, love the show. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you guys. Later.
I've seen working people spend way too much on work trucks. They were like,
They're gonna get fucked up.
They're gonna beat
Yeah.
the shit out of. Yeah,
There
you
was
don't need
one
an
guy-
$80,000 Raptor to
no.
mow lawns.
No, but he's right too. It is like that's what they like. People like our parents' age would say like. Pickup truck used to be like a poor man's vehicle. You get that,
Yeah.
you know, the guy will get
Some
it for
of them,
cheap.
some,
and,
yeah, but
like,
some
broke
pickup
down.
trucks now are like
No, they're laid the fuck out, like you said.
$75,000, yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
Maybe they're
Dude,
landmen.
the used
doing
ones,
gas
the
leases.
used ones are fucking 35, 40,000, 3-4
Yeah.
years old. That business guy that never put anything in the back is
Right.
turning in his lease on.
Yeah.
It's still fucking 40
He
grand
needed
for
to
that one.
carry his groceries. His
Yeah.
golf clubs back there, dude.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
never
my
know when you
truck
need a
is
pickup truck.
running
You-
towards dead, but
Plus, you
I
can
look
sit,
on occasion.
most of them, you can put people in the back seat now.
No, the back seats
Yeah.
are bigger than like
Right.
your SUVs usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the 5.5 bed trucks either. Like my truck's 6.5. It feels like any smaller, you might as well just get an SUV in my opinion.
Dude, I had my first car I ever had, my only car. I bought a Ford Explorer Sport Track, and that had a tiny bed.
Yeah.
But that's all I could get at the time. And I remember I wanted a pickup truck, and it had a real tiny bed. I'm talking, I would say that bed was probably 4.5 feet.
Yeah, I believe it.
That was a real
Yeah,
small.
5.5 ain't bad, dude. I've had
But
that.
you can't,
I've
if
had
you go
trucks
get a
with-
load, right? You can't even, they got to angle to fucking
I like the long beds
scoop
for
and
like
shit.
If you're cutting grass.
Well,
put,
yeah,
like
you
3
need that for
mowers in
working,
there.
working.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
they're
working
hard
with
to
it, but I
come
use
by,
mine
them long
enough
boys.
to where the 6.5, you know, a fucking load of mulch a couple times a year, or gravel for whatever.
Yeah.
I use it enough that it's 5.5 would be too small for me. I could get away with it. It ain't like I'm working with it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I don't know. I went 6.5 foot.
I love when, I'll tell you one thing I love is when dudes take older trucks, like I think it's like the 80s, late 70s, 80s body style, and they keep them, make them pristine.
Oh yeah, some people keep them just.
Yeah,
like,
I love
seen one
those.
the other day. Yeah, they're cool.
I seen a brine, which sounds weird, but it was like a brine and yellow one. It was fucking pristine. It was a beautiful truck with like yellow on the tire. I was like, man, that's a sharp looking truck.
Yeah, the antique almost, probably, right?
It actually it did have the thing.
25 years old is antique, right? So
Yeah.
in the 80s, definitely an antique.
Yeah.
I think you need to get the emission.
What's up, guys? Waterboy. Yeah, I know. At least some moronic shit sometimes. What am I going to do? I got a fucking gear grinder today. So, it's been a year and 3 days since my daughter was badly injured in that grease fire. And today, in culinary, she was pouring pasta into boiling water, and some fucking douchebag turned up the heat and fucking burnt her again. I don't know exactly how bad it is. I won't find out till after school. She didn't get sent to the hospital. But what the fuck? Even if she never got burnt before, you have to be, these kids need to fucking be whacked in the head. And he lives right down the road from us, and I just want to beat the shit out of him right now.
Dude, I got an update. So I seen this because I see the voicemails when they come in, like they come up as like text messages, and water daughter's okay.
Good.
She thank God. And what happened was she was putting the pasta in, and the dude turned a flame up, and it fucking engulfed it. She got a little bit burnt, but like Waterboy didn't know how bad it was because they just called him right away and said your daughter got burned.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of cliffhanger is that? You can't leave a message like that.
And he was like, dude, what the fuck?
I guess they didn't send her home. You got to know it's not too
Right,
bad.
she didn't go to the hospital, right?
Yeah.
But still,
No,
like,
I'm with him.
anybody's kid gets burnt, like,
right.
That's scary, dude. Like, dude, like, I'd need like the worst. That's like the worst pain is like boiling
burning.
water.
Yes. And she the thing was, she just was recovered.
Said a year and 3 days. It was,
Yeah.
She should become like a firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Back up to like about 5 now.
We're glad we're glad you're all right.
Hey, what's up, boys? Gary from Baldwin. I gotta be a little quiet. My wife's sleeping. But you know what? I go to Grindr. You know, it pisses me off. I was driving through the tubes, and I saw this billboard, and it says, "Pawn will hockey. Are you fuck Cole attorney?" Like, dude, what kind of AI-generated bullshit is that? Fuck billboards and fuck Pawn will hockey. Like, honestly, dude, it's like me fucking coming in and saying, you know, my name's Courtla Basketball. Like, get the fuck out of here, you pieces of shit. I hope their family dies in a fucking plane crash. But anyways, that shit just pissed me off. Fuck you. Get a new fucking billboard up there. All right, see you, boys. Bye.
Yeah, I'll let Rizal take. Talking about this for you.
I hated the name.
Yeah.
Pawn the hockey. It could be real, but it's just stupid.
That's downtown. I drive
Boulevard,
past.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah.
them on Boulevard, but they took the
Is there-
Iron City over. That Iron City sign that was on Mount Washington.
Yeah.
They paid for that now. So Pawn the hockey must have some money, but
They,
it's a shitty name.
do you
Yeah.
think? Oh, so there's. Oh, fuck. They're everywhere. I didn't see that sign.
No, I recognize the blue one.
Yeah, the blue
Yeah.
one.
Sign downtown. I drive past it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking crazy. I didn't know they were probably support union labor. Pawn hockey. You going?
What's up, boys? Kenny.
Okay.
So address our my fan last week. You do not get paid more for driving the longer bus. And honestly, as long as you're going forward, once you get used to the bus, any bus, it really doesn't matter how long it is. It's not that much harder to drive. If you fuck up making a turn and you have to back up, that's harder. Obviously, with the bus, with the articulated bus, they're called articulated buses, not the slinky bus. It's not slinky bus is not the technical term. But anyways, you definitely don't get paid more. And anyways, okay, now on to my grinder. So everyone's well aware of how I feel about the funeral home dress code. I fully agree with Jack. My wife knows kick a motherfucker out if they're not welcome, if they're not dressed properly. So then I've also told a story about my pig brother-in-law wearing jeans to the fucking Shannon's baptism. So here we go. Now, I'm at a communion mass on Saturday, 10 a.m. mass, and there's all these motherfuckers there with shorts, jeans. People are getting up during the mass and just walking around during the fucking mass. And I'm just going in my own head, I'm going fucking nuts, judging these people, judging society basically as a whole. Nobody taught these fucking people, right? They don't know fucking better. You're wearing shorts at a fucking communion mass. It's not a regular mass. If you go to your regular mass every week, you get away with shorts and jeans. You know, it's your home church mass, but this is you're specifically there only for a communion mass. You know, the second grade communion mass. So, and then I had to stop myself. And halfway through the mass, I'm like, dude, stop judging all these people. They're here, relax. It's a nice mass. It's a good thing. You know, stop judging everybody. I had to yell at myself in my own head. And, but the one thing I couldn't get over is this fucking fat pig a couple rows ahead of me was wearing a baseball cap backwards. Long hair, so it ain't like you had cancer or some excuse, dude. Fat fucking pig of a human being wearing a baseball cap at a communion mass backwards. And then fucking this motherfucker had the balls to go up and get communion with the baseball cap on the whole fucking time. So I tried not judging people, but I just kept looking at this pig and I just couldn't take it. You know, I didn't say nothing, obviously, because I wanted to fucking smack him with a baseball bat. Just what the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't know why wearing it backwards made it a lot worse.
Dude, what the
backwards
hell?
hat
You
on
can't
during
wear
church,
a
dude.
hat in church?
No.
I mean, seriously.
I
wear it
I've never
because
seen
I'm balding. So I wear it in a restaurant, not a nice restaurant.
Right.
But that's even like, so I feel like
Right. Yeah, you were raised right.
Right. Like
Christ, your
probably
dad
should
was
do-
almost a pope for Christ's
Right.
sake.
My dad probably should have been the Pope. But like saying that, yeah, but dude, you can't wear like, come on.
Backwards hat, a fucking baseball hat. It wasn't even like a
Is this
like
a- do you
like
know
a
this
suit
guy?
cap. No, it's just some pig with another family.
Was
The
other-
whole family was the whole fucking road was the pigs getting up, walking around and shit. You just get up and walking down like fucking taking phone calls in the middle of church and shit.
They were phoning it too.
Yeah, I mean the priest was taking a long time, and the priest kept bringing the kids up and putting them back down. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Get the kids involved in their communion. This is where I'm like judging myself. Like, all right, let it fucking go. It's a good mass for the kids, or
Right.
But then
right.
these people were, and I just kept looking at this fat pig up
Right.
here with his baseball cap on. I'm like, does he not know? Did he just forget? Is he just that fat and stupid? And out
Like
of
you
it?
wish you like for one to be that person go up like, dude, you can't wear that in here.
Like, remember
Tony
at some
Fredo,
places when you
I
have
was
like take
thinking
your
of
hat
that.
off like
that
that.
was in a restaurant.
Take your fucking
Yeah.
hat off.
But like fancy restaurants, like
Fucking
you know a
Vesuvio,
restaurant,
you gotta take your hat off.
you know
if
a
you're
restaurant you
Vesuvios.
can't wear a hat at, and so
No.
Bravo, wear your hat.
Yeah, Panera, wear your fucking
You
hat.
step it up to like a higher end.
Like even
Up
like
on my
Cucina
wall.
Vitale.
Cucina Vitale,
Wear
don't
the
wear a hat.
fucking Olive
They'll
Garden. You
probably-
take your hat off.
I think they probably tell you to take the hat off. You go to Cucina with a hat.
as they should.
Yeah.
I would know. You would know. Even like Roman Bistro, now, like you know what I mean, like
Well, there's a bar side to
so
Roman
you could get away
Bistro.
with it. But like,
Right.
I'm balding too. But like
If you go sit at the bar, fine.
I'll
because you-
gel my hair up a
Right.
little bit.
But even so, you'd be
You gotta
dressing
take
up.
the hit.
When you'd be
You take
dressing
the
up
hit,
nice
like-
enough, you probably wouldn't even wear a hat that day, right? If you
Right.
you
Right.
throw
exactly.
khakis on, you're probably not bringing your baseball
Right.
hat with you.
Right. Right.
This pig.
Fucking pig. That's
Oh,
that's the
that
most
greasy
biggest shit I've
fucking
heard in a
fat
while.
pig.
And he took
untucked
communion.
shirt.
He went down and
Yeah,
like,
took him. The priest
He
was
was
talking.
probably
I got
hungry.
there
Dude, the right-
I'm surprised the priest should have just went like, fuck you.
Old school priest would have.
Yeah, I mean it's just absurd. You don't even think to take it off at the communion. At least you walk up and fucking take it off. Give me a
It's
break.
like the national anthem.
right.
Yeah. Oh, that makes my blood boil too. You see these
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't do that.
You don't see. I was just at a Pirate game probably about like a month ago. Didn't see too many people. I don't know if I seen anyone leave their caps on.
Good. I mean, it's maybe there's some hope. There's always some
Well, a
asshole.
Steeler game, if somebody leaves their hat on, somebody might get like, people are drinking.
I mean,
Like, your beer spilled
They
on
might
your
get
head.
verbal.
Yeah,
Take that fucking hat off.
Yeah.
You get one of.
because that's what people are itching for a fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right, everybody, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back, we got more of that Greenfield's Finest podcast. You're probably asking me why I'm so tan. Well, I'll tell you why, Jack. It's because of Bahama Breeze Tanning Salon in Greenfield, located right next to where the Subway used to be across from Cohen's. If you're going to tan today, make sure you tan at Bahama Breeze Tanning Salon in Greenfield.
What the fuck? This whole podcast you just turned in like the whole first 20 minutes is just a Z-Bird commercial. That's all this fucking thing is anymore.
Sold my soul.
It's just like who pays Z-Bird from top to bottom.
Right.
Pub in the park. It's over in Swiss Helm Park. It's a great place. We've hung out. We've been here many a
I love
time.
pub
your
in the
local
park.
joint.
Yeah, I can
It's
walk
over
to
at
it.
Swiss
Walk
Helm
home,
Park.
even better.
Bomb food. We've done shows over there. Great environment. But as far as like neighborhood bars go, I would say it's probably up there as one of the best neighborhood
For
bars.
sure.
If you've never been to Pub in the Park, you got to check them out and let them know Greenfield's Finest podcast sent you.
We would like to thank our sponsor, J. Gus Tavern, over on Murray Avenue. They're a great bar in Pittsburgh with great whiskey and great music. Keep an eye on their Facebook page for info about their Friday acoustic happy hours.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, real quick, big thanks to our Patreon supporter, Chris D., who signed up for our Big Dick tier 5 days ago. Also, someone else made a donate. Was it Chris D. who signed up and made the...
one that, like, a couple days ago pinged on the notification.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know,
Someone texted me, too. They were saying him and his wife. And it's not that I don't know you. It's just sometimes texts get mixed up. But thanks so much, Chris D. If you'd like to help support the podcast through Patreon, members can now watch the show ad-free on the Patreon. You sign up at patreon.com / Greenfield's Finest podcast. In the next coming weeks, Greenfield's Finest podcast, we're buying some equipment, making some changes, things like that. We've already been able to buy some more equipment, right, Larry? Did we pick that stuff up? You're picking it up this week. Yeah. So you're going to start seeing some improvements and there's going to be some different stuff. just to throw this out there, and this isn't on the sheet. If Greenfield's Finest Podcast were to change the name, just not saying we are, I'd like to hear your suggestions from the audience. I'd like call in next week. I'd like to hear suggestions, and preferably leave the word Pittsburgh in it. You know what I mean?
It's hard to improve on perfection.
I know.
Remember that.
But I'd like to hear ones with the word Pittsburgh in it. Just to hear them. Just to hear them. All right, now it looks like we're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Rosado, who be corn dicking?
A Colorado football fan is suing the NFL for $100 million, claiming severe emotional distress and trauma after Shedeur Sanders fell to the 5th round in the 2025 draft. An anonymous fan in the league says the league spread negative, possibly biased reports about Sanders that hurt his draft stock despite a strong college season. I was a consumer of the NFL product, and I am protected under U.S. law as a consumer. Is this Jack Welsh?
Yeah.
Is this
Or
the anonymous
Deion
guy,
Sanders?
Dion S? Yeah.
Dude, I can
guy,
see
what the
Dion being like, man, I
He
can't
might
do-
have legit. He probably is traumatized.
He
He's the only
could be
one-
emotionally
He's the only one that
developed.
has
Him or
the right
Shedeur.
there. Yeah.
Well, Shedeur seems like he's taking it better than
Right.
fucking.
Dion, I haven't heard much out of him since.
Hey,
Maybe I haven't been looking.
I
but-
seen a TMZ thing, which I thought was stupid. A guy got in his face. He's trying to get into a car, and all Dion kept saying was, "Be blessed, my man. Be blessed." Leave people to fight. My thing, I get it, whatever, but you're not even a fucking reporter. You're just a guy with a phone.
Oh, that's the worst.
And to
Everyone's
me,
a reporter.
I
yeah.
like Dion.
yeah, I do too.
I do too. He might have fucked this one up, but I still like Dion.
Yeah, dude, and fucking the shit with like people getting in people's faces, and they're like, "Hey, how do you feel like after your son just fell 5 rounds in the draft?
Right, yeah.
You were hyping him up as a fucking top 3 pick. I mean, dude, all that bullshit. It ended up being bullshit because he got drafted in the 5th round, but it came from like that camp. It was like there was no one there to say like. I mean, there was people saying like, "Dude, you ain't gonna get drafted." You know what I mean? Like so.
Right. Yeah, you got to have some honest, some honest criticism from time to time from like an outside
little disappointment's good for you every once in a while.
source. Right.
Kid had
right.
everything handed to him his whole life.
But I mean, like
Yeah,
seriously,
you lose
$100 million,
humility.
like who's taking this case? Top
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. Top Dog's commercials are the fucking best. When the dude's like, he's like, "I've been in an accident. My leg fell off."
Dude, I don't see any
Doctor
commercials
said-
anymore. I've never seen a Top Dog commercial.
Really?
I see him on the bus all day long,
Yeah.
but I've never seen the commercial live. I swear to
Commercial
God.
be like,
On TV?
Yeah.
I never seen it on TV.
Did you hear him on the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, the
He's
radio.
like, he's like, "I can't. Doctor said I can't walk again. How am I gonna support my family? I'm gonna kill myself. Better call Top Dog. Top Dog gonna bite you. Arr, arr, arr. Top Dog getting all your money. You gonna be broke and homeless. I'm gonna be paid. Top Dog."
Rough.
Moving on.
All right.
I thought that was,
You were rolling. I didn't want to interrupt.
Eminem
You been
Stalker
around
has
Top
been
Dog, you get
convicted
bit.
again after breaking into the rapper's Detroit home for a second time. The first break-in happened in 2020. The guy, Matthew Hughes, smashed a window and actually made it inside while Eminem was sleeping. When Eminem confronted him, Hughes said he was there to kill him.
Oh,
He ended up getting probation and was released on parole in 2024. But not long after, he broke into the same house again. Now he's being convicted for that second break-in and is facing new charges.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
don't.
could get him on a third one.
I think they're gonna.
We got a stand.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're gonna throw the. They're
I knew
gonna
a
throw
couple
the ball.
stands growing up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, dude, that looks like the type of. If I seen that dude walking down the street, I'd be like, yeah, he probably will break into Eminem's house. You know what I mean? Imagine being that famous. People were breaking into your house to try to kill you. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Right, Kenny.
Be careful what you wish for, man.
Yeah, I wonder if he had any, like, weapons
No,
on
that
him.
comedy. I mean, I want to be famous too. You usually be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
I have to remember to lock my doors. I don't even lock them.
Oh, I'm locking my
Where do you
doors.
live?
I come down the other morning, pull.
Wilkinsburg. Can't say Wilkins.
When do you go to work? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, what weapon? I wonder, did he have a weapon? Yeah, well, how are you going to kill him, dude? You going to strangle him?
I mean, dude, he would have been better off just writing him a letter.
Right.
saying I'm a huge fan. Can I get an autograph?
What do you got there, Eagle
Let's
Tits?
get to that next story here.
Oh, man.
That looks like that has a dick, huh?
She take a big shit or something?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
this
ain't
is
read
that.
it
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't at all.
No,
Good.
you'll see. This is not cool at all.
There's this disturbing trend happening on social media right now. Some creators are using AI filters to make it look like they have Down syndrome in sexually suggestive videos. These videos often include captions like, "Would you date a girl with Down syndrome?" or "Is Down syndrome a deal breaker?"
And yeah, a lot of these accounts have OnlyFans. So like, what it is so like they find
Bunch of people going to hell is what it is.
So like this will be like just a regular chick, and they put the filter on, and they busted them because on the OnlyFans when they would turn their or on Instagram they started noticing when they turn their face the filter can't keep up. So it would just be a normal girl that puts on the fucking
Is that her Down's face?
Yeah, it's bad. You can't tell.
No, but I mean she looks normal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which one's the Down syndrome one? That one looks normal too.
Right. I mean, but you got dudes saying, "Oh, like that just looks like," but like this is fucked up. And like, dude, these.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I haven't looked at her face once.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
Anybody looking at their faces? Yeah, right. Who's looking at these broads' faces?
Dude,
I think it's right. That's an unnecessary filter.
Right,
What are we doing?
And it takes you to an OnlyFans, and obviously they're raking in millions these accounts, which shows how fucked up the world is right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they're overstimulated, dude. They're like looking for anything different.
anything different. But like, yeah, do you have any Down syndrome porn?
I'm over big boobs.
Yeah.
What's left?
Yeah,
what
and
the fuck? I mean, chicks with Down syndrome need love too.
I'm not saying they don't, but I think it's fucked up to pretend to be
What's
a chick
wrong with
with
it?
Down.
That's why I said they're all
Do you-
going to
do
hell.
you
I said
think,
that right in the beginning.
like,
The
Down
chicks
syndrome
pretending
porn
to
is
have
up
Down
right now?
syndrome.
Do I think it is?
Yeah, it's up after this filter. Like people are like,
I don't
"Fuck."
think there is. Do you really even think there is Down syndrome porn?
I don't know, Mike.
Of course there is.
I-
There definitely is. I mean, there's everything porn,
Yeah,
right?
there's
There
everything.
has to be.
But these filters they could use for Down syndrome porn. You know what I mean? And make Down syndrome porn, 1,000%. And like, I mean, it's
Yeah, this world's a scary place.
Yeah, people are going to hell, man.
yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
if fucking John Rosado was Pope, this shit wouldn't be going on.
Yeah, old man result.
Old man Rosado was Pope. He put an end to this shit.
That's it, man. It's never too late to go back. You want me to read Brother in Arms?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
A raccoon was caught holding a meth pipe during a traffic stop in Springfield Township, Ohio. After the stop, things took an unusual turn. Police said when a pet raccoon named Chewy was seen with a meth pipe in its mouth, the discovery led the police to inspect the car further and find methamphetamine, crack cocaine, and 3 used glass meth pipes, authorities said.
Play that, Larry.
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my god. Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence.
Oh, I don't want him to have that.
That's why I'm gonna do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on Arlington. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
Yeah, just tickled about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
All right.
Dude, I think the raccoon was token.
Fucking right, look at him.
Oh, there's
He's all
no
tweaked. Hey, look at him. He's trying to pick it back up.
Thanks.
There's no way. All right, enough fun and games.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I want a T-shirt with that on.
That's
it,
pretty
dude.
good. That's definitely a T-shirt coming out.
Dude, I was thinking like the perfect would be called the Crackoon.
Raccoon.
Dude, you should. Oh, dude. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, Springfield, Ohio, isn't that where they were bitching about the Haitians?
Yeah.
And this is
Eating
the
the cats.
population
Yeah.
bitching about them?
The meth, the lady with the meth.
Your
with
best
the meth
friend's a raccoon?
Yeah. He never asked for nothing. Don't want him playing with that. They're like, oh, don't touch him. I'm
They
trying to
want him left
videotape
in
it.
there.
Yeah. Seems like a nice neighborhood. A couple Dollar Generals and a check cashing store.
That is exactly Z-Bird's old crack lady voice, too, that lady was doing, too. How'd she know how to do your old crack lady impression?
Yeah. I don't want you touching that.
That raccoon knows how to boo for.
Yeah, he's holding it like perfectly.
Oh, dude.
They let him hit like the
You
little
don't see, he ain't trying to
If
escape
you
the
look
car.
at
He
it
ain't scared
differently,
of
it looks
people.
like that pipe's like in his nose, like he's sniffing a line. Like
They call that a hot rail.
hot rail.
Did you ever do a hot rail?
I don't know. What's a hot rail? I don't think so.
It's like with cocaine, and you would like put it on a piece of foil, heat it up, and then you would literally like snort.
Sniff the heat. Ew,
Yeah.
no.
I never did either.
No. That don't even sound fun. It'd be easier to inhale that, right?
I don't know.
That just sounds unnecessarily painful.
I'm not. I didn't really.
I'd rather boof a cold one.
Yeah.
Room temp.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least room temp, right?
Go all them nerves in your butthole to, hold on
Sensitive.
to the goon dust.
Mm-hmm.
Go for brother in arms, Sean.
Dolphins QB Quinn Ewers, 4-year, $4.33 million rookie contract, includes a $131,000 signing bonus, the only guaranteed portion of the deal. Ewers turned down an NIL deal transfer of $8 million for the 2025 college football season, falling to the 7th round, impacted Ewers' NFL salary tremendously. Quinn Ewers isn't the only person who can't afford the cost of eggs at Denny's. Oh,
dude. I mean, yeah. I mean, you have to almost like if you're the age or you're him. I mean, if his dream's like, I need to go to the NFL. I'm this old. I don't want to wait another year. I'll be too old next year. People might not want to draft me. You know what I mean? Maybe I won't even get fucking drafted. Next year's quarterback class looks like it could be tremendous. You don't even get drafted. Maybe he thought this was in the NFL. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, he fucked up, right?
But he did. But do you think that in his head he was thinking, if I don't go to the NFL now, next year I might not get drafted?
Probably, yeah.
Would he have started this year in college?
1,000%. He was transferring. They were going to pay him $8
So
million.
he probably had an agent. Like I said, he might have got a bad tip too. Like maybe
somebody fucked up.
I mean, you look at. I don't think anyone's seen Dylan Gabriel getting drafted ahead of a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. So, but 7th round.
Right.
Dude, he probably wouldn't have came out if he was going 7th.
No.
Like I said, he made fucking $4 million less.
And
somebody blew some
But
smoke
I think a big thing
up
with
his
it, he kind of had to leave because he was in a weird spot. It was like, did he feel like going to start over at a new college and then go to the NFL, or do you feel like going straight to the NFL? Because Arch Manning
Is he
was
taking over? Arch Manning.
Yeah, Arch Manning. They basically
start.
told him like, hey, Quentin, I'm pretty sure they were.
So he's going to be a backup in new college, right?
He would have went to a new college, got $8 million.
Backup in the pros.
But dude, he played his ass off. He played some games, but when Arch Manning was in there, I swear to God, the offense looked better. It was almost like they were letting him start. Like Arch Manning, I felt like is a better quarterback than Quentin Ewers. I felt like he should have been playing, but I guess Quentin put his time in. They were letting him run it up, but I think they were like, next year you're gone.
I mean, how much more did he think he was going to make?
Where?
I think if he would have got drafted, maybe the 3rd. I don't know.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th. I don't
Would
know.
have been significantly more, I guess.
Yeah, he got 100.
He got $8 million for 1 year. What an idiot.
Dolphins. As far as the Dolphins go, I have no idea if he's their number 3 quarterback. I don't know.
He could have went to another. So if he could have got to another college for $8 million for 1 year,
right?
You took bad advice.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I mean. How
You
much
got
more were you
screwed.
going to make?
Right. So that's 1 year. So this is a 4-year deal for $4 million. The only thing guaranteed is the $131,000.
Right.
He can't even get one of them trucks like
I
a
think
Pittsburgh guy
the
had.
7th round, they could cut you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess he can't go back to college. But Quinn Ewers isn't the only one who can't afford the cost of eggs at Denny's. A woman brought her own eggs to Denny's because they didn't want to pay the menu price.
That's just ridiculous. Then don't go to eat, lady.
Bacon and sausage, okay? I brought my own eggs because I want you guys to put like 2 for me, 2 for him, 2 for her, 2 for her. I'm wondering if you can put our own eggs. You know how expensive eggs are?
Charge 50 cents. It's because automatically it goes to 50 cents, but I'll probably just double check with my manager what she says.
Can you ask the
Let me ask her
manager
first
because
before I check
I don't want to pay like $5 for 1 egg when I brought my own.
Let me ask her.
Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be fucking serious. Yeah, there's not even a part of that I'm like, oh, I get it.
No.
You don't have no social graces. To go into a fucking restaurant with ingredients
goal
and tell
on
them,
people. The goal.
You're going into a restaurant with your own ingredients.
We're not
Cook this for
negotiating
me.
here.
Right.
This
Cook
is
it
the
for me.
menu.
Yeah, I brought the
Maybe
steak
you
from
wanna-
home. Cook it up for me.
Yeah, you want to sub some stuff out
ridiculous.
on the menu? Maybe we could do that.
Ridiculous.
Right.
I don't think we can negotiate. Oh, there's nothing we can print in the register that says she brought her own eggs.
And even if you're doing that to make the video funny, stop driving the waitresses nuts. Like
You think that's what it was? Like it made
Get
up,
on the internet.
trying to get viral,
Yeah.
trying to like say how bad
It
the
almost
eggs
has
are.
to. I mean, people really are that dumb to think that that's acceptable.
But I think you're just
I could-
as
I could
dumb
believe it either
for
way.
saying putting a waitress
That's
like
right. That's what she needed on a Sunday morning
when it's packed.
when it's packed.
Was that Curb when Larry brings his own eggs to the country club because he wanted like from raised fresh
But
eggs
the
or something?
brown eggs.
The brown eggs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but like if I'm the wait, I'm like,
dude,
I would have just said, you know what? Like I think
I'd have just been like, no, put them back. Or
Dude,
or
you seem like a barbecue guy. You have a good cookout every now and again.
I mean, yeah.
You seem like, dude. Did anybody
I had one
ever
on
bring?
Saturday, matter of
Anybody
fact.
ever bring like not trust your food and bring their own food for you to grill?
I'd throw it
I've
right in the
se-
trash.
I've seen that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about over at Eddie's. That time, that dude brought the veggie.
No, I had a cousin.
I've seen that. Then that's a couple times. Like but this was like with the beginning of organic.
My cousin didn't eat meat, and he would bring his own garden burgers
That's
just
it.
because he
Right,
didn't expect
right.
me to buy extra. So I was actually like, thank you. Oh,
Right.
yeah, I'll cook this right up for you. You want cheese? You know, he'd
Right.
like, because I didn't expect you to buy this box of garden burgers that I eat without
Right,
meat.
right.
That
yeah.
was it.
I guess then that's not a bad thing. If
Nah.
somebody's like, no, somebody's like, I need organic in this, and you know,
So someone brought like organic to you.
not to. Was it maybe tomorrow? Somebody's maybe not. I'm like, it's so long ago. Like it was like somebody's house, and they like brought their own stuff to be cooked. You know what I mean?
Like they weren't donating to. They brought it just for themselves to eat. It
Like,
wasn't
not
like
for
here,
everybody.
Here's
Community.
burgers.
right. Like you're eating this shit. I can't eat this shit. This
Yeah.
is high end grass fed.
Mine's grass fed.
Like when you're in your early 20s, you're not thinking about grass fed shit.
Frozen. You're throwing hockey
You're
pucks
throwing
on.
If you're gonna bring it, you got to bring enough for everybody. You got to bring enough for the whole class.
Right.
Then it's your donating to the cookout. You're not just a dick bringing
Right,
your own
yeah.
burger.
Right. Buy some carcass for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Halle Berry ended her Mother's Day by promoting lube in bed before getting it on with her boyfriend Van Hunt.
Dry ass pussy.
That's
bitch.
Van Hunt. That's her boyfriend.
So, showed y'all how my day started, how my Mother's Day started. And now, I'm going to tell you about, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to tell you about how my Mother's Day is going to end. Ain't that right, man?
Yes. I wish you hurry up, too.
We got our Let's Spin, because Let's Spin just came out in this cute little travel size. And so since we're in Cannes, France, I traveled with it for the first time. And we're about to give it a spin.
You about to can with Van.
Happy Mother's Day once again, everybody. I hope all of you are somewhere spinning.
Oh my God, I ain't never been so happy to have Mother's Day come to an end.
I mean,
I'm sure your kids are real proud to see that video there, Halle Berry.
but even
Yeah, she's
she
all
still
dried
looks
up.
good,
She's
you
all
know?
dried up.
She's still an attractive woman.
Looks good, but clearly
Yeah.
she's all dried up.
I mean, he ain't greasing her box. Go munch your old lady's box. Yeah, munch your old lady's box.
What's the lube do? Is it just lube? Is it special?
I think it's self-explanatory there, Johnny.
I know, but there's different fucking lubes.
There is.
There's not just like lube like here. Like,
Is it like a warming gel?
right?
Probably
what are you
has some
talking
money
about? I want
into
details,
it.
Kenny.
Yeah.
You're not,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, is it just? Is
What,
it,
what
it
the
a
guy is
tingling-
going
is
to
it
do
a
is he's going to
tingling
put it
lube?
on his wiener, then
I
he's
am
going to
not-
insert his wiener
you're a
into her
barbarian,
vagina.
Dude. You're living
Living
in
in
this
or he'll
this ain't
squirt
the
it on
80s.
there, and he'll play a little bit, and then it'll play a little bit
There might
more.
be different sensations.
Maybe he's going in the back door. There's a lot of things could be happening here.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking-
there-
then
there's
why did they
different-
use?
Maybe she ain't going
then why
shit
did
right
they
for a
use
week.
KY jelly?
Yeah.
Because
Kenny.
she clearly has stock in the
That's a
spinning
little
thing.
tiny dainty thing.
Yeah.
There's something
It's
got to
the
be
travel
more special.
spec because she was in France. You clearly didn't listen. She's in France.
I
The
know
first
that.
time she traveled with it, she wants to put it on her butthole and she wants a wiener
So
in her
you're
butthole.
saying that it's like KY jelly just in a fancy little bottle?
Yes, with a different name and a different company, and different people make the money off of
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of other element to it, like it's a warming gel. There's
Yeah.
a tingling.
She didn't say anyone, but spinning it makes your head spin.
Makes
both
her-
heads spin.
Yeah. Go a cream pie, the old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with using lube. I'm just saying, like, yeah, she didn't really do a good job of.
I mean, they could have
explaining
used mayonnaise, like Z-Bird did the one time.
Mhm.
They-
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
That old lady
it's
jerked
not
me
one
off.
size fits all, Kenneth.
I'm to hell, yeah. It's treat her like a crack whore in a fucking thing.
Yeah,
Put some
old,
mayonnaise down.
old lady will jerk you off with mayonnaise.
Put some
for
mayonnaise
18
on that
bucks.
Hellman,
pussy.
yeah,
Look
the
it
new,
up.
did you get that new Hellman
I
sexual
prefer
lube?
syrup.
No, I think it was just the package that said mayo.
Yeah, it wasn't even name brand.
Hellman's.
Nah.
Bring out the Hellman.
The
Bring out
Hellman's
the
silver
bed.
foot.
Or was it a
Whip.
Miracle Whip?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't used to. I'll never use Miracle Whip, dude. Not in this house.
I like Miracle Whip.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, put on the old lady's butthole sometimes. Licking off.
Spin that thing.
Yeah.
I'll make that little thing spin, Kenny. All right, everybody. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Who's been talking to you? How you know it's little?
Be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast.
I watched WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of WrestleMania, I'm going to tell you something right now. How's your retaining wall looking outside? It's a group of pussies! I looked at your wall the other day and it looked weak. Weak, just like your frame, and I'll snap your neck in half. Oh, yeah, brother. So go get that retaining wall built back up before I climb up in there, and then I run up in your old lady's gutsies. Yeah, because a man with a weak retaining wall can't protect him, his family, or his old lady's crease. So if you need a new retaining wall, you better call Just Walls for 412-889-4401. Oh, yeah, dig it! Tell them the Nacho Man, Andy Savage, sent you.
Check out Smash and Fried on 563 Greenfield Avenue. They have great burgers and fish sandwiches. They're also hiring cooks for the restaurant, and they also have a food truck. You can email them at smashedandfried@gmail.com. Do you like hot sauce?
I like Red Hot.
Okay.
Artie's hot sauce. I mean, I love it. Yeah, it's
that's what I'm
delicious.
doing.
All of them. They're all good, yeah.
Well, Artie's hot sauce is the best. Thanks for bringing that up, Kenny. So you need to try out our sponsor, Artie's hot sauce. They have about a dozen sauces available on their website, as well as their jarred spicy pickles. Up your hot sauce game and visit artieshotsauce.com, ARTIES hotsauce.com, and they do deliver. So it's a good way to support some local business. Check out our sponsor, Monty Rabner at Rabner and Rabner Law. You're looking for a lawyer for anything: accident, sold some drugs, medical malpractice, fuck top dog, call Monty Rabner. And give him a call at 421-765-2500. Tell him Z-Bird sent you. And when I order pizza, I always go to Capizzuto's at 422 Greenfield Avenue. Hey, it's been here a long time. Used to be Corncelis, now it's Capizzuto's. They've been sponsoring the podcast since day one. You can check out their menu by Googling Capizzuto's Pizza Pittsburgh. And thanks to Larry with this great intel, they have some really good food. Give them a call at 412-521-6570. All jokes aside, they do have great food. Ask for a steak bagel. It's phenomenal. And tell them Greenfield's Finest podcast sent you.
Get yourself a steak bagel, 2 pizza bagels, and a Cherokee Red and call it a day.
And you're
Right.
that's a wrap right
That's
there.
a wrap.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. My main man, Angry John, what's grinding them gears?
Dude, so my sister sent me an article about this restaurant that's in Square Hill that the health inspectors came in, and I guess it couldn't be any worse. I mean, they hit them with the mouse droppings, cockroaches in this, mold here. As worst as I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, sweet. I just ate there 2 days ago.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Was it good?
It was. The food was good. I even said to my wife, I'm like, it's better than the last time we came. It's pretty good.
Shit happens everywhere, you know?
You didn't get sick.
I didn't. I mean, my stomach hasn't been right, but I've nailed that down to me eating going on a Mike and Ike binge. Like ate 2 boxes and that fucked my stomach up. That or maybe it was, but no, the food was good. But if you read this article, I don't think I could ever go back.
And that place, I won't say the name of it. I was a fan of that place.
I really did like it, man. But if you dude, I've read articles on because it's not the first restaurant I went to that's happened, but this one was definitely by far the worst.
The worst.
The worst. I've read
violations.
Yeah. And to think literally I ate there the day before. The inspectors came the next day. The article was the next day.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
So all that problem was in all that food that you ate for sure. You know what? Out of sight, out of mind.
I would say the most was probably in the ice I drank.
Yeah.
In my drink.
So they say the ice machine is where the ice.
It's everywhere.
So here's a
I would say there may be either mouse droppings in the ice thing or a cockroach. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So here's a hypothetical it's like, would you rather live in the land of not knowing, or are you glad that you found that out so you won't go back?
I know
there?
every restaurant has that. I don't want to know.
Ignorance
That's how I feel. The same.
Right. If I get sick, I get sick. But there's been there's been places like that cockroach shit. That's nasty business. I remember we were in Ocean City one time, and I was younger.
Yeah.
And there was must have been the same deal, except it got into somebody's glass that we were sitting with.
Yeah.
And fucking cockroach. in
Yeah,
the
that's
fucking glass
that's way
of
worse.
Pepsi. You
Dude,
know,
they don't even have to hide.
Cockroach.
See, all dude, think about they're not all huge.
Okay.
They could be tiny.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
Well, they say you can't even step on them. They'll track it to your house too.
Yeah.
right, but dude, so it was a tiny cockroach in the fucking pot.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Dude, I'll tell you the worst thing that ever fucking happened. I was living down in Florida, living in a trailer. It was in a trailer park, and I remember the one time, smoking crack with this homeless dude, and we were just tweaked out, and I've been I didn't have a lot of money, but I would hide my money up in the ceiling tile, and I went to grab the money out of the ceiling tile. When the ceiling tile fell, bugs fell. I couldn't. I left. I told the dude I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here." But the dude's like, "Oh,
you just smoked crack too, and that happened, and to freak you out way worse."
Dude, so then the dude's telling me "Oh, I of course had to go back in there to get my crack."
Chills.
But that same night, I couldn't sleep there, so the homeless dude, he didn't have a place for me to go. I ended up staying in someone else's trailer. But that same night, I remember, I was before I went to the other dude's house, I went to take a piss, and I remember stepping on the floor, and my fucking foot went through the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
And I was just the dude was there ain't nothing wrong with this. I'm there's fucking bugs all over the house, and my foot just went through the bathroom floor. He said, well, you're not getting your deposit back. I was like, dude, you're going to have to burn this trailer. I'm like, this is fucking disgusting. But, dude, that was the most freaked out. Everything that was left in there, I left it.
So you have to be paranoid every time you went in the ceiling tile again the rest of your life. You ruined you.
Yeah, but dude, yeah. Anytime I ever go up,
you go grab a big cockroach.
Yeah.
But dude,
it
freaked me out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The food, it happens everywhere. There's no doubt about it.
I know that.
I worked at Heinz right out of high school, and there was apples going up a conveyor belt to make the baby food, and you watched the mouse go up, fell right into baby food. It's gone. You told the manager, he's oh well, and it's you're allowed a certain amount of that fucking waste and shit to go in there, and you're I'll never eat Heinz food again, and then you're that happens everywhere.
Wait a minute.
A fucking mouse.
Wait a minute.
In a big vat of fucking baby food.
So there's basically a crushed mouse.
The apples, truckload of apples are going up. They're getting washed. Then they're going up a conveyor belt to go into the grinder to grind them up.
So they got grind. The mouse got grinded.
The mouse went boop right into the baby food, ground up with all the apples, sent out, cooked, sanitized. Melt up. They're it wasn't 10 mice. It was one little mouse. They're not going to throw away this big giant 100 gallons of fucking apples ground up. There's the FDA or whatever health department. You're lauded that amount of contaminant. I said then it's I'll never feed my kid Heinz baby food or whatever, and then you're you don't think it's happening in fucking
if it's
the other
and
baby
ground
food
up
stores?
Like I said, I mean,
whatever,
there's
pasteurized. That's what it's called.
I'm saying
then it's cooked and sanitized.
As long as you're not 10 fucking rats,
right?
A little tiny mouse,
no mouse.
Right.
But then,
from what I read on this article, this was just
infestation.
Totally, mold, cockroaches, and mouse droppings.
Yeah.
That's the three. Strike three. I can't go there anymore.
No.
Even when you open.
No, but of course, if they got closed down and opened back up, that's going to be the cleanest place around for a while.
I'll probably go back.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Just knowing.
It's a popular,
like you said, ignorance is bliss.
Right. It's the same people have been working there 100 years. It's I feel bad for them, because there's a lot of regulars. What do you say? I got away from it,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You just blame somebody else.
Clean up our act.
Right.
Yeah, we fired that guy.
Yeah, right.
It always after
we got Orkin now. Don't worry about it.
After watching Bar Rescue, it always starts at the top. But the top will always try to blame it on the bottom, but it's always the top.
Oh, dude,
Taffer will be what kind of? You're not even checking on it.
It's egregious how bad.
They'll take the soda gun thing off, and that's why Bar Rescues when I watch.
Don't clean the taps or whatever. Right. All that shit's in there and gunked up.
I don't know. I thought places were. Yeah, just go away from
Well, you're not going to be good TV if they're showing all the clean places that are just okay and need a little fixer-upper.
Exactly.
So, clearly.
Kenny, what's grinding them gears?
I got, my schedule now. We pick a new schedule every 4 months, but I got we just picked a new schedule, which doesn't start till the end of June.
Okay.
So right now my schedule is I go in at 5:30, I'm done at 9.
Yeah.
Then I go back in at 1:13, and I'm done at 6. But this run I'm on is usually late. I usually don't get done till like 6:30, so I'm late.
Okay.
So you get home, whatever. But now my next one starts at the end of June. I'm done at 5:30.
All right.
So now it's like my work sucks now for the next 2 months because I know the next one I got
is good.
Is better.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm late every day, which is fine. You get paid for it and shit. I don't care. It wasn't bothering me the last 2 months.
Right.
But now that I know something better's on the horizon, it's like every day's like, this fucking sucks. You just start getting more miserable and miserable.
Is that due to your seniority? You
My
get better.
Yeah. You pick by seniority to work and shit. So it progressively gets better in theory. Sometimes it gets worse. And then it doesn't matter. But
how long you been driving the bus?
9 years. Was 9 years in April.
Oh man.
So it's still that's called swings. I still can't get like earlies, but I got to do that to get weekends. So you got your 4 hours in between too, or so 4-ish. That changes. Then you're doing all your work in between there, so it's kind of like sucks too because everything's a rush,
right?
In between, But I figure my half glass full view is when I do all my bullshit that I got to do in between. Say if I was done at 2. I would do all that bullshit, and I would be done at 6 o'clock anyways at home, like with your chores or whatever,
Right.
So when I get home at 6 now, I had already done that shit in the middle, and then I'm just done with work. That's my glass half full type of view. But you're always fucking rushing. You got to learn to just kind of quit in the middle of shit, too, because you got to leave to go back to work. Like I get an alarm. The alarm goes off, time to go back to work. You got to quit in the middle of shit and time it out. Everything's a rush. It sucks, but it more sucks now because I know the better work's on the horizon.
Right.
And now this work that you got stuck with now. Which is one of the things of picking early, too, because if you pick late before when my work would get better, I'd only have another week of the work, and then the new work would start. Now I got 2 months of it.
I remember one time I was working at a job for a long time. It was probably a few years. I had this great shift. It was 5 to 3 Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, that's great.
I was like, and then you could work Friday
10
overtime.
hours, too. Yeah.
Friday overtime, Saturday overtime if you wanted it. Then I fucked up. And they were like, I went to rehab, came back, and they were like, Mike, we're moving you to night shift. And I was like, this is going to suck. And dude, I ended up loving it. It was from 3 to 1 Monday. It was, Monday through Thursday. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't mind it at all. The night shift, like the 10 hours, you know what I mean? Like
3 p.m. to 1 a.m.
You're done Thursday, so you got 3-day weekend, almost 4-day weekend.
Because
you
don't have to go
3
back
on
to,
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's glass half full, but I still never liked that shift. If it was like 3 to 11, that's a drinking shift. We'll get out of rehab, maybe not.
Yeah. I think they were like saying, they were like, we think you would do better working at night. You'll keep you out of trouble. They were right. They had a good point. I found a bar up there, during the week that was open till 2 o'clock, and started hanging out there.
410s is good. I would love to work 410s.
Yeah, I will say this, though, from working 8s, working 10s, if you're an employee and you're working for a company, unless you're working like production where you're like, this was like assembly line type work where you're like running a machine, checking parts. So the 10 hours, you could get just as much done. Any other place, you're getting more done in 5 days than you are in those 410s. You're getting a lot more done in 5 8s than you are in 410s.
Yeah.
That's just from my experience.
I mean, that makes sense because you get burned out or whatever for the 10 hours.
Right.
People talk about that for the bus schedule, like work 410s and shit. I would love it. But these other people, when you're driving more, you be there so long. It's, but you get an extra day off a week. Like, the benefits for that outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
People say, well, instead of getting 5 days vacation for your week, you only get 4 days. Yeah, but you get 4 10s. You still get the same amount of days off. Right. Plus, you get an extra 52 days off a year, you dumb fucks. Think about that.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, I got a gear grinder. So on my way over here, I stopped at Starbucks. I always stop the one on Forbes or on Murray. I really like that Starbucks. And there was a lady in front of me, and I fucking hate this. This has been brought up on the podcast before, but she was on her phone taking other people's orders while ordering, and you could see this kid's face, like, in line. Like, he wanted her. He was like, "Ma'am, you're gonna." She's like, "Hold on." And she had that fucking Karen haircut where it was like the bobby, then like the back was like shaved up. You know what I mean? She's like, "Hold on." He wants a frappuccino. And the guy was like, "What size? What flavor? What size do you want?" "Oh, you don't want to get the big one." And like, dude, she had no concern that there was me and
Other
another
people.
person and another person behind. Just it literally took her. And I know like this ain't gonna sound long, but I timed it 4 minutes. That's a fucking
It's an
eternity.
It's an eternity.
It's a fucking. It was from 5:43 to 5:57. When I got up to where the guy was at to put my order in, I get a black coffee, a little bit of ice. He apologized, like, dude, it ain't your fault.
Yeah, it ain't his
What are
fault.
you gonna do?
Right.
You know, I was like, dude, I know it ain't you. He's like, just like fucking. His face like fucking people just don't.
No, he
care.
would get in trouble. Like, ma'am, you got to go back in line, get your order ready. I gotta.
She's a lady like that raised hell.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Fuck that lady.
Well, she just like just like the she had to go through the sizes things, and then what made me really mad is she did that and then made him repeat the order
Like back to the person on the phone or something.
back
like
to
that.
her so she could hear it. She repeated like that's what you wanted. Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
thinking like I fucking hate.
That's a
you.
good one.
This wasn't a gear grinder, but it's happened Saturday. I stopped at a new spot over Regent Square to pick up some pizza. And I go over there, going to pick up pizza. I'm crossing the street. And just out of nowhere, some dude driving a pickup truck. He's driving like a fucking lunatic. And he just screams out the window. Like, it's like me and a whole bunch of people trying to cross the street. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. I ain't scared. I'll go back to jail. Like, I don't know if he was talking to me or like all of us. And like I was like laughing, but then I felt like a pussy for not saying nothing. I'm like, should I have said something to him? You know what I mean? Like, it made me feel like a punk the rest of the day. Like, should I have fucking been like, but then I thought, I'm not really that.
Once you start thinking too deep into it, just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, was he gonna run? He was talking about running me over?
Like, I don't know. You know, it was just me overthinking. And I just started thinking, like, I fucking should. I said, fuck that guy. Because I laughed about it. I said, no, fuck that guy. You know?
No, yeah, it's more laugh about. Did you have your pizza in your hand already?
No, I was on my way to get it.
Yeah.
Pick
You
it up.
probably should have said something.
You're
bitch.
like laying in bed at night.
You're right. Now.
He's like laying in bed, like, here's what I should have said. I
Yeah.
said, fuck you.
Yeah, I was like, I should have gave him a fuck you. And then I was like, you know, went home. My girlfriend was like, what's the matter? I'm like, nah, that's nothing.
Just stewing.
And I ran into a buddy of mine. He goes to meetings too. And I haven't seen him in years. It was nice running into him. We were both there waiting for our pizza. And I told him what happened. And he started cracking up. And he was like, and the first thing he says, he was like, did you say anything to him? I'm like, nah, I just started laughing.
You're fucking right, I did. He kept driving. Yeah.
I should have been like, yeah, I fucking told that motherfucker. I said, I just came from the flea market, pussy. I said, you ever been stabbed with a knife gun?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, he didn't look twice back. He floored it. I thought he was going to run someone over.
Said, you're lucky I ain't going back to jail.
Yeah.
Either. I ain't
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah, I ain't going back.
You want to go, you go ahead.
Ain't taking me alive. But, yeah, that's all I got. All right, everybody, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast.
Whether a recent storm has damaged your home's gutter system or your roof requires an update, at Allen Construction, they are equipped with the tools and skills to accomplish any job you throw their way. Roofing, windows, siding, soffit and fascia, gutters and spouts. You won't regret calling Allen Construction. 412-954-8337 or visit allenconstructionpgh.com. That's ALAN constructionpgh.com. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim firstly to be a company that is principle-driven and achieve this by valuing the importance of ethical business practices, creating exceptional relationships with both customers and employees. Their high standards derive from a focus to detail and a priority on their reputation. So give them a call at 412-915-1694. 412-915-1694. Need help with roofing, siding, gutters, downspouts, or soffit and fascia? You should talk to SNL Remodeling LLC. 412-628-9717. 412-628-9717 and tell them GFP sent you. You know them, you love them, they have been serving the area for over 28 years. Greater Pitt Tree Service. They offer tree and shrub trimming, pruning, and removal. Have a tree that looks like it could be a problem? They'll come by and assess the situation. Schedule your service today, 412-312-4651. Want to learn more? Check out their website, greaterpitttreeservicepa.com. Nothing beats a local neighborhood butcher. Locally sourced, pasture-raised, nose-to-tail meats, they connect the farmer to provide customers with the best beef, lamb, chicken, and pork that Western Pennsylvania has to offer. The craft of whole animal butchery requires respect for both the animal and the customer. Come see the difference that makes. Visit them at 5151 Butler Street, Pittsburgh, PA 15201, or check out their website at fatbutcher.com. Need to move? Call Miracle Movers, 412-419-2620. They're a team of experienced and professional movers dedicated to providing clients with the best possible service. They will work with you to create a custom moving plan that fits your specific needs and budget. They're also fully bonded and insured. So give Miracle Movers a call, 412-419-2620. Car problems suck, especially if the problem is too big for you to fix yourself. You don't know where to take your car and you don't know who to trust. Well, let me talk to you about Meineke Car Care, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Oil changes, brakes, maintenance, pretty much anything you need is in their wheelhouse. So if you need a hand making your car problems suck less, call Meineke Car Care Center, 412-451-8968. Ask for Arthur, 412-451-8968. Are your steps and sidewalks starting to crack? Do you miss it when they actually look nice and clean? Call Giuseppe & Sons. They handle repairs and replacements. 412-421-6711. These are the guys you can trust to help you with all your masonry work in the Pittsburgh area. That's Giuseppe & Sons, 412-421-6711. Located in the heart of Pittsburgh's South Side, 12 Whiskey Barbecue features 100 bottle craft beers and 28 drafts from local and indie brewers. Their kitchen's open late and they have a crazy good menu. On top of that, they have events at the bar as well as offer catering. Birthdays, weddings, business events, and more, they've got you covered. Check them out at 12pgh.com or visit them at 1222 East Carson Street. That's TWELVEPGH.com. Let's talk Carlson and Associates Real Estate Services. Located in Pittsburgh's South Side, they specialize in all aspects of real estate business, including residential and commercial sales, residential and commercial leasing, multifamily investment, historic buildings, and development in and around the city. Have a question about home buying, selling, or rentals? Give them a call at 412-431-1718 or visit them at casouthside.com. That's casouthside.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Greenwood Flash podcast. I want to tell everybody right now, thank you so much for listening. If you could do us a favor, and if you like the episode, you've been listening to the podcast a while, just share it on your social media. Just share it. Say, hey, check out Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Say check out at Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Post this episode, and I feel like we should be getting some more traction. Actually, real quick, an ad agency from Philadelphia reached out to us, and they were mentioned some stuff, and the guy said, I can't believe that you guys don't have more listeners and things like that. I said, we love doing it. And he said, he gave me some ideas. One was, he said, if you have a loyal fan base, and I said, we do. He said, just ask them to share the episode. He's, if you can get just a few of them to do it, that'd be great. And if you could do that, it doesn't cost anything. We really appreciate it. A buddy of mine listens to the podcast, our friend Brendan. He gave me a What Would Greenfield Do Today. I promised him I'd do it. I do like this one. What would Greenfield do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop. So he got a debate at work going on. So for you guys, I'll answer this too. Would you rather have free beer? How about this? Free beer, free alcohol for the rest of your life, or no hangover for the rest of your life?
No hangover.
What do you think, Kenny?
Free alcohol. That equals no hangover. Never get sober.
So I felt like for me, the easy answer would be no hangover.
I'd take the alcohol.
The reason
Dude, I spread the wealth too, or is it just for me? Like, I'm having a party, I can give free alcohol for everybody, right?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, for a party at your house.
Yeah, if I'm throwing a party, I don't have to pay for the booze.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I go to my friend's house, I'd be like, I got you free booze at my house. I'm paying for it here.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man.
I'll take the free booze.
Like, a free no hangover?
I'm with you. It's
right. Dude, because half the time I'm like, I can't. I got to work the next day.
But you wouldn't have to deal with that.
Right. So
you don't mind spending $30 to drink some beers.
There's no hangover. Think of the money you're spending.
You
need another job.
Dude, I'm saying, say all the free booze in the world, but you run into a buzzsaw called work or life the next day.
that hangover, that gives you an emergency
your kids.
break.
You got young kids.
The hangover give you emergency break. You don't have hangovers. You have no emergency break. You're full-blown alcoholic. Spending money. I'm broke.
If you're not,
I give you a good 2-3 days sometimes.
Yeah.
After that. But if I don't have to pay, right, I don't know. No,
I'm just saying. I take
hangover.
the booze.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
The anxiety of the
That's just my
hangover,
reasons.
the actual physical pain,
None of
the
that, none
mental
of it.
pain.
No, you're right about all that.
I'll pay for the beer.
You're right about all that.
And booze.
Because realistically, if you're
Maybe it's because I don't go after it as
If
much
you-
as I used to.
if
anymore.
you're going
So I'm
out
2 days a week, anyways.
if
What
you're
do you
go-
need a free booze for then?
Oh, I don't know.
You got
Cheaper
kids.
as I
You're not
get
going to
older.
drink every fucking day.
But I don't drink every day because I drive a bus and can't go in smelling like booze.
Right.
So if I'm not smelling like booze with the hangover, then I'm going to be drinking a lot more. That's what I'm saying. It's my emergency break. The
well, you
hangover.
still get drunk.
Yeah, but when I go, I don't even drink the days before work.
Yeah, can't you have a fucking
Yeah.
12-pack?
I ain't never
He'll
feared.
have one of them
I
helmets
honestly,
with a
when I
beer,
used to work,
with the 2
not
beers.
like you guys work for a living. You sweat it out in an hour. I drive a bus now. For one, I can't be hungover. I'd be falling asleep and wrecking the bus. But I've never feared a hangover in my life if I could go to work and sweat it out. Morning guy hated night guy.
When
Don't
you
get me
wake
wrong.
up,
Yeah,
and
I
you-
used to have that debate myself.
Yeah, I mean, morning guy and morning
night.
guy always lost to night
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, but yeah, when you wake up and you got to go to work
Especially
and you're
fucking
like,
cocaine night guy.
fuck.
They'd never let morning guy even get some sleep.
Right. Then I really hated night.
But I'm
guy.
just saying I'd rather not pay for booze. Booze is expensive now.
Then 2 days later, guy
Hangovers are free.
hated everybody because he was broke.
Yeah,
That's it.
He's just broke. He owed motherfuckers money.
Right. You got dudes taking up. Hey,
Fuck,
you,
my next paycheck's gone. I gotta work 2 weeks for free.
like, oh, I gotta lie to this dude.
Yeah.
now I gotta make up a lie for this guy. Did you guys ever this was like, I don't know how, this ain't like that new of a thing, but they do the for the hangovers, they'll have like someone come and they hook an IV up to you.
I've heard it works. I have never done it, but I've heard it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you've ever
Yeah.
Dude,
a
I
friend of
seen a
mine did it.
thing, dude, about like those liquid. There was like a meme like liquid IV, like expecting this liquid IV to like take care of like the fucking case of beer and all
Yeah.
this partying I did like the night before. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Like the little pack.
Yeah, right.
Those
right.
things are gross.
Like
You ever
expecting
try
it.
those? They don't even taste
I
good.
like them.
Oh, I thought they were disgusting.
You
What kind did you have?
The liquid, I don't even remember.
Like
but
a
it
lemon
wasn't
lime is fantastic.
good. No,
The
I wouldn't like that
firecracker.
anyways.
The
I don't like
firecracker's
lemon
amazing.
lime. No, I
There's
forget
like
which
a-
one I had. I never tried another one because the first one I had was terrible.
If you had the zero sugar ones, they're garbage. But like the
I never would've chose that one.
lemon lime's great.
I actually thought it was too sugary.
Lemon
So I
lime.
didn't like
How
it.
much water did you put it in?
I don't remember.
You
Whatever
gotta
I did,
fill
I
up-
didn't like it.
You need 16. You need
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
16 or 20 ounces of
You didn't
water.
dilute
for
it
bed.
enough, Kenny.
Yeah, maybe.
But the
Did you
lemon-
sniff
Look, I'm
it?
not the one scared of
Kenny-
hangovers over here. I'll take the free booze and deal with my hangover.
I
I get in
am.
a fucking cold plunge, do some push-ups, and fucking get the sand out of my vagina. Good to go.
the cold plunge will snap the hangover away.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it
interesting.
looks like a dream.
Yeah, people like take a cold shower. I'm like, I don't want to move,
Yeah, that's the problem.
let alone get in a cold fucking shower.
I will say this: like I did the cryo today, and I'll tell you what, cryo like in the morning is fucking awesome. Wakes you
Sets
the
you up for
fuck
a whole
up.
day.
Yeah,
And then you sleep better at night because it puts the whole circadian
it fucking
rhythm
does.
going.
Yeah,
It's science.
I'll go to bed, dude. I'll get home tonight after the podcast. I'll fucking put on Aliens and go right to bed.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see here. We'll do a couple more. Okay, would you rather be the most influential person on Earth or be the most wealthy? I mean, like,
Wealthy.
With influence, probably can come a lot of wealth.
With wealth comes influence also.
Right.
it's a-
Right.
Confucius said.
We're,
Well-
we're
well,
fighting again.
I might
say
not-
with the wealth comes influence.
with all the
influence
money,
come
I
wealth.
might not want to deal with that many people.
Nope.
You know, so I might just be okay not being
I
influential.
have a lot, shit ton of money, low key. Perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Put me out somewhere where I don't live around a lot of people. You know what I mean? I can like do whatever I want to do. Yeah, I think I'll take the wealth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The influential is more like the fame. I don't need. I
No, you
wouldn't-
could just be some douchebag influencer on YouTube.
Right.
I'd take the money.
The alpha male.
I'll take the money and the free booze.
We should.
I don't even need that much money.
Yeah.
Then I'll take the hangover thing.
Yeah, cool punch. Fuck. I don't like that one. I don't like.
Yeah. None of these look that great.
Yeah.
Scraping the barrel for.
I mean, this one here is: would you rather fight 20 bloodthirsty women or a Siberian tiger? Like, I mean,
I'll beat them bitches.
I'm not fighting a tiger. You know what I mean? That's for fucking sure. What's a bloodthirsty woman? Like a vampire?
20 women that want to kill you. They're going all out.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
average broads or
So-
like UFC broads?
Like 20 average angry women.
Yeah, I'll probably go.
They're gonna fuck you up. I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna fuck
probably
some of
live
them.
on that. You live on that one though.
You ain't
probably,
living
right?
on a tiger.
Yeah, tiger got you.
Right.
Yeah.
Once they get you on the neck, you're done.
Yeah.
Tiger's 100% lost. You got a chance with the broads.
Right. You
You
could tell
could take
one of
out
them,
some aggression on them too. There's women that you could take out.
or
that
you could
ain't
compliment.
there, you know.
Compliment 3 of them. You know, right
You could
then.
get them fighting each other real
right.
easy.
Be like, you know what? Like,
You know what? I don't know why she called you fat. You remember
Yeah,
that?
she's right. She said that your fucking
Yeah.
dress is ugly.
Yeah.
And your haircut looks stupid.
No, I don't know why she said that. That
It
ain't
looks
right.
like
I
you
don't
went
think
to
so.
fucking Bo Ricks.
Like, you're so much prettier than her. I can't believe she said
Say
that.
that for the shirt looks great on you.
Yeah.
I heard she slept with your boyfriend.
Dude, I was watching a funny reel today. It was talking about like 80s commercials, and there was a dietary supplement back in the day called AIDS. And it was like this like lady was on there, like this like blonde haired lady. She's like, I've lost 18 pounds with AIDS. She's like, ever since I started with AIDS. And then like this guy comes on, he was like, my life's never been better since I've got AIDS. And like, dude, it's so fucking funny. It's spelled
Bad
AYDS, dude. It's fucking hilarious. If you get a chance, audience, look up the AYDS. Hey, guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week. We hope you have a great week. Don't forget about the Derby show coming up May 30th. Also, we're going to be doing the bingos. They'll be cracking up at the Derby. Check it, Eventbrite. Also, don't forget to share, subscribe, share the podcast. That helps us out tremendously. And don't forget, next week, call in. Or you can just message underneath on the YouTube or we're on social media. If we were to name the podcast something else, keep Pittsburgh in it. I know a lot of people are going to say don't change the name. I get that. That comment you can keep to yourself. But like if you have an actual idea, we'd love to hear it. Other than that, everyone, thanks to our sponsors. Have a great week. And remember, folks, Jack is worth $2.5 million and Greenfield loves you. We're out.